No, this is the fight that we're talking about. Real determination. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, I can tell you, we're not in a strong position to win this game, but I can assure you, real die-hearted West Indies supporters are actually smiling right now. I know, sounds away, we're not going to win, but guess what? We saw the fight, we saw the determination, and look at that. 2 centuries in one innings of a test match coming from West Indies. Not very often we see this. So I want to say hats off to the guys for going out there, putting in some good work on day 3, also on day 4, and taking the game into the final day. Yes, my people. West Indies versus India, and we're taking the game. We took the game to day 5. Yes, I mean, day 5 will be coming up later on, but I want to say a big shout out to the guys for really going out there and, settling in and just doing some batting. I mean, Carey Pierre yesterday said that the pitch is still good for batting, but they still had to be disciplined. They still had to make sure that they were selecting the right shots to go at whatever delivery was served up. So let's just take a look at it now, my people. So West Indies going into day 4, right? We had quite a few wickets in hand, yes, but we were able to go on and get 390. Yes, my people, 390 is what we ended up getting. And, we saw 2 centuries, John Campbell and Shea Hope. Yes, John Campbell and Shea Hope going on to get a century. John Campbell resumed the day on, I think he was on 87. Shea Hope was, I think, on 66 or somewhere thereabout. And both of them went on to secure centuries. John Campbell ending with 115. Yes, 115 before he was finally removed by Jadeja. Shea Hope getting 103. Yes, I tell you, my people, Shea Hope finally, repaying all the faith that Darren Sammy has shown or has put in him. So, shout out to those 2 guys. Justin Graves also did pretty well. I was really upset with Justin Graves based on how he got out in the first innings. But I must say that, in the second innings, he really and truly showed some determination. And, he ended up being not out, getting a half century, actually got an even 50. So let's just walk you through the numbers. So West Indies, 390 simply means that India, they have a target of 121, right? Target of 121. They finished off the day on 63 for 1. So they just need, 58 or some more runs to win, right? 58 more runs to win. But we got past what India gave us, and we were able to get 121 on the board extra. So we have to say shout out to the guys, my people. I mean, 40 years ago, 40, 50 years ago, the guys of the past, right, who were in that dominant West Indies team, if they could hear me speaking like this, they probably would cut me 2 bucks across the face and say, what are you even talking about? But based on where our cricket is right now, this is something that we have to say, yeah man, hats off. Right, 40, 50 years ago, being in a losing position, we couldn't really be talking like this. But back then, we had the talent, we had people that were passionate, people that were driven. Their minds weren't twisted all over the place because of different leagues. So they were focused, and were able to get all those talented players doing what we wanted them to do back then. But right now, 2025, having West Indies pulling off an innings like this in India is definitely something that we have to say hats off to the guys for. So let me just go through that 390 there. Remember, India enforced the follow on, right? John Campbell, as I said, 115. He faced 199 balls, strike rate of 57, right? Shea Hope, let's pick it up from there, 103, facing 214 balls. Yes, 12 fours and 2 sixes. Raston Chase getting a 40. So the captain contributing with the bat this innings. Tevin Imlach got 12 from 13. Justin Graves, 50 from 85 also showed some grit and determination. You know, I was watching the game, fell asleep, woke up, fell asleep, woke up. It was that sort of thing throughout the night, right? At one point, I saw Justin Graves and Jaden Seals, you know, just giving it to them, giving it to them. India, they actually tried spreading the field to make sure that they could get Jaden Seals on strike. We weren't buying it. And to tell you how much of a fight Jaden Seals put up, he actually got 32 from 67 before he was finally removed. He was the last man dismissed, my people. So Graves 50 from 85 with 3 4s. Carey Pear didn't contribute to the total. Jamel Warrican 3, Anderson Phillip 2, and Jaden Seals a fighting 32 from 67, 1-4 and 1-6. This is how we like to see it, my people. This is how we like to see it. I've always said it. It's not always if you lose, it's how you lose. We can understand that we are not at a place where we're going to be extremely consistent and take on these teams and whoop them. But, you know, it is how you go about losing the wickets that we are losing the wicket that we usually have a huge problem with. So, you know, I want to say a big shout out to the guys, you know. After Anderson Phillip fell when the score was 311, the two guys, Seals and Justin Graves, got us up to 390. Yes, you know, so you have to say hats off to them. Mohamed Siraj 2 for 43, Ravindra Jadeja 1 for 102, Washington Sundar 1 for 80, Yadav 3 for 104, Bumrah 3 for 44. So the Seamers still getting a little joy there. So, you know, shout out to their bowling. Yeah, man, and I like to always say this, West Indies fans really and truly deserved that last night. I mean, it's obvious that India will walk away with it on day 5. They like to say the ball is round, anything can happen, but we took the game to day 5, scored over 200 in the first innings, score over 300 in the second innings. Not very often we see this, especially against a team like India. So, you know, we really and truly have to say shout out to the players. So, yeah, man, that's basically how it went, my viewers and subscribers. Saw some good fight from John Campbell. Saw some good fight from Shea Hope. You know, I think this is Shea Hope's first test century since 2017 when he had those twin, you know, back in I think it was in Headingley over there against England. John Campbell getting his first test century. I think his highest score prior to this was in the 60s. So, you know, good to see John Campbell coming through. I mean, the first innings, he got out playing, you know, he got out. I would say, boy, he was unlucky how he got out in the first innings. So really happy to see him cashing in this second innings. Now India, they finished the day on 63 for 1, so they just need 58 runs to win from 90 overs with 9 wickets in hand. They have already lost Jaiswal for 8. KL Rahul is there on 25 and Sederson is on 30. Right, the wicket taker so far, Warrican 1 for 15. So Warrican is the man doing most of the damage for us. Spinners having a lot of fun with this wicket or with this pitch, and we see Warrican doing his thing, right? So shout out to our players. Hopefully we will go out there on day 5 and really give it a good go. At least if we can liquidate a couple more of them. But yeah, that is pretty much it. We'll talk again later. Big up.